Hi everyone. So today I wanted to show you how to make these jumbo pom-poms using super bulky yarn. So I like using the super bulky yarn for pom-poms to top off my hats. Well, my hats are also made out of super chunky yarn. But for this particular pom-poms, we are using the Lion brand Woolies Thick and Quick yarn, and this weight is number 6, super bulky. So they make really nice pom-poms because they're so full. So we are also using a pom-pom maker. This one is the jumbo size, I believe, from Clover. And they also do have different sizes for their pom-pom makers. But this particular one makes a really full pom-pom that is really cute. So to start off, we are just going to wind the yarn around the one side of the pom-pom maker. So for the pom-pom maker, we actually open it up. I forgot to show you, but you just open it up. There are two sides attached to each other. So, but for now, they are attached to each other. Oh, sorry, I got a tangle there. So there's that. And so while they're staying attached to each other, we just open it up so we can wind up our yarn in it. So for each side, I like distributing the yarn evenly to make an even pom-pom, and the less trimming that you have to do, the better. So I like to wind the yarn really evenly as much as possible that I can. And then for each side, I recommend winding it for about 80 to 90 times. Of course, the more you wind it, the fuller pom-pom you get at the end. So going to the other side, do that again, just winding it. And I like taking my time to wind that super bulky yarn onto the pom-pom maker. So just filling in the gaps just to be even. And I find that counting really helps because if I do not count, I can't really judge if the pom-pom maker is full, especially for this size. And I like my pom-poms to be even as well. So like I said, I normally do between 80 to 90 winds around the pom-pom maker. So after you've done that, you can cut off the tail. And then start cutting the yarn in between that indentation there. So there's an indentation there. So you just insert your scissors like that and control the yarn as much as possible so it wouldn't get off of the pom-pom maker, but just go around and cut that yarn straight through the middle. Using a really long, sharp pair of scissors is actually the best tool to use here. And then once you've cut that off, you just wrap a strand of yarn, wrap it around twice is how I do it. And then again, nice and tight. So I pull it because sometimes there's like, it's still loose. So I just like pulling it and making sure that my pom-poms will be nice and tight. So now we can take off the pom-pom maker and reveal our pom-pom. So there's that first half of the pom-pom maker and the second half. So let me just put this away real quick. All right, so now with the pom-pom that we have, so we have secured it on one side, and I just tug and pull until I make sure that the pom-pom is secure and the strands wouldn't be easily pulled, if you know what I mean. So to secure it more, what I do is to go the opposite way. So if you did horizontally earlier, so I did one vertically just to secure it from the other side. So I use that longer tail of yarn, and then I try to wrap the pom-pom with it, and then with the other end just meet somewhere, to tie them off, making sure that there are no strands being snagged or being caught up in the process. So just pulling it really tight. And then once I'm happy with it, I just start securing it with a knot. And then even with a knot, you can still pull it because sometimes it's still loose. But there's that. So now you can cut about, I would say 8 to 10 inches off, just so you have room to work it when you're attaching it to your hat. So just fluff the pom-pom and you will eventually see the uneven parts. So just trim it and cut off the uneven parts going around, and then just refluffing or readjusting your stitches or the pom-pom strands. You will see where you need to trim. So that's basically it. Until you're happy with your pom-pom, you're happy with how it looks, and if you think that it's even and round enough, then you are all set. So all right, so give it a fluff. And there you have your pom-pom.